Hey everyone! Today we're diving deep into something that's at the absolute core of great storytelling, all based on the N-Style Scenario Guidebook. We're talking about emotion, and specifically the crucial difference between compassion and empathy.
Right, let's just start with this, because honestly, everything builds from here. It's not about explosions or clever plot twists. Not really. The heart of any great story is how the characters feel, and more importantly, how you, the writer, make the audience feel it right along with them.
So, here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about why emotion is the core skill for any writer. Then, we'll introduce two feelings that look alike but are totally different. We'll break down that difference, and then, finally, we'll see how you can use all this to build characters that feel like real breathing people.
Okay, so let's get into it. Your most important job as a writer, beyond anything else, is to be a master of emotion. And that doesn't just mean knowing what sadness looks like. It means understanding where it comes from, the why behind every single feeling.
Just think about it for a second. No two people on Earth experience things the same way, right? Our lives, our upbringing, all of it creates this unique personal filter. And that filter is what decides how your character responds to, well, anything. Your job is to know that filter inside and out.
All right, now let's get into the nitty-gritty. There are these two powerhouse emotions that get mixed up all the time. But trust me, understanding how they work on a mechanical level, it can totally transform your writing.
And this image from the guidebook really nails it. On one side, you've got compassion, which is often like reaching down to help someone up. Then on the other, you have empathy, which is more like sitting down in the dirt with them. The guidebook is crystal clear. You have to know the difference.
So, here they are, our two main players, empathy, or 공감 in Korean, and compassion, yeonmin. They might seem like cousins, but the way they function is fundamentally different. And for a writer, getting this right isn't just a suggestion, it's everything.
And this brings us to the single most important rule you need to remember about these two feelings. This is all about the wiring, the direction of the emotional current that separates one from the other. Let's start with empathy. Empathy is about a real, genuine connection. It's that powerful moment when you don't just feel sorry for someone, you actually feel a piece of what they're feeling. It's a shared wavelength between two human beings. Now, look at how this breaks down. This is so important. Compassion, that feeling for someone, can grow out of empathy. But look at the other side. Empathy, that feeling with someone, can never, ever begin from compassion. It's a one-way street. The connection has to come first. And this quote just sums it all up perfectly. This is the law of emotional physics you need to internalize. You feel with someone through empathy, and that shared feeling can then lead you to feel for them with compassion. It only flows in one direction. Okay, so that's the theory. Awesome. But what do we do with it? How do we take this idea and use it to craft characters that feel so real they could walk right off the page? This is where the hard work really kicks in. It's your job, your duty as the creator, to basically become a psychologist for every single character. You have to define their unique emotional blueprint, the specific rules that govern how they feel. So here's your roadmap. It's a simple three-step process. 1, you master these principles, like the one-way street we just talked about. 2, you build a rich, detailed backstory for your character. And 3, you connect those two dots. You show us exactly how their past makes them feel things in their own specific way. And you have to get super specific here. No vague answers. What does empathy look like for a hardened detective versus, say, a wide-eyed kid? Can your villain feel compassion, or is it just a twisted performance? These are the little details that make an audience believe in your world. So I'll leave you with this challenge. Go look at your script right now. Find a big emotional scene. Is your character showing compassion, or are they truly feeling empathy? Knowing the answer to that question with absolute certainty, well, that's what separates a pretty good story from one that people will never forget.